Good morning, everyone. Maria Tecce here. Online meetings and virtual negotiations are the norm at the moment. We're all working from home, or if you're working remotely from another location, we're all having to shift our face-to-face communications online in virtual meetings and communications negotiations. So your physical presence, just as it's important when you're face-to-face, giving a presentation or having a meeting around the boardroom table, being online, you're going to use those same physical presence techniques, and they are just as important. So let's talk about a few of those and how you can use those to your advantage when it comes to online meetings and virtual negotiations. So first off, eye contact. Now, as we know, eye contact is very important. It's one way that we make an emotional connection with our audience. Now, with the virtual negotiations, you're either on your phone, your iPad, your tablet, or your laptop, or your camera. So that lens becomes your eye contact for your audience, because you could be talking to 50 people at once in a meeting, 5 people or 50 people, it doesn't matter. But you can't really look at each one of those people in their image on the screen. You know, you have a layout on Zoom, for instance, where you have lots of different people, like the Brady Bunch, all over the screen. And eye contact really looks a bit odd when you do that. So you can't make eye contact with each person. Every person's eye contact is the camera. So you are seeing everyone by seeing that one spot, which is the camera lens. So remember, your entire audience is the camera lens. Everybody is the one eye contact and eye place that you're going to put your eye contact. So play around with that. Experiment with that and see what works for you. Where is your eye line? Where is the camera lens? Where is your audience? So online in virtual communications, it's the one place. It's the camera lens. Secondly, hands. You can still use your hands in virtual and online meetings and negotiations. Do you know how when you're talking on the phone and you find yourself doing this and you're kind of using your hands, it's the same thing with virtual and online negotiations. So it's very natural that we use our hands when we talk. So continue to do that. It's the same online as it is in your face-to-face communications. Our hands help us to shape our words. They help us to move the language around. And we reiterate what we're saying with our hands. So our hands help to emphasize what it is that we're saying. It's very natural to want to use your hands. So continue to do that, because that's what we do in normal conversation. And yes, you are having a conversation with that person or those people on the other side. Whatever it is, whether they're in their homes or they're in an office, it doesn't matter. So the audience, using your hands to communicate with the audience, it works the same way face-to-face as it does with virtual and online communications. Next is posture. So obviously people can see you when you're having online communications. So your posture is still important, and it's important for all the reasons that it's important face-to-face. Having a good, relaxed, grounded posture, not only does it come across as strong, confident, and centered, but it also helps you to feel strong, confident, and centered. So there's two audiences going on here when it comes to posture. One is the audience that you're talking to, which is the camera lens here. The other one is yourself. Because how you sit when you're in your online and virtual meetings affects not just how you come across, but also how you feel. So there's a difference between sitting like this in a meeting online or sitting like this. One of them is closed and taking you out of the conversation. The other is being up in the moment, awake, alert, and responding to the other people and listening. When you are sitting in a good grounded position and relaxed, shoulders are relaxed, there's no tension in the neck, you are more able to listen, which will allow you to respond more clearly. And that leads me on to the next tool, which is breathing. When you breathe, it allows you to listen better. And when you have good posture, it allows you to breathe better. So it's a kind of a domino effect. It's a knock-on effect. So eye contact, using your hands, having good posture, which then allows you to breathe in a more effective and economic way. And that breath will be a higher quality breath, and it will support the sound of your voice, the choices you make with your vocal techniques, and it will fuel this centered, grounded, and balanced energy for you. Now, all of that applies face-to-face, and even more so in your online and virtual communications. So, physical presence is important and absolutely essential for engaging, captivating, and clear communication online and in virtual meetings. So thanks so much for listening today. My name's Maria Tecce, and I will see you next time. Leave me a comment below. Let me know how you go.